How to create a custom item using Hometech Advantage 5.0. Custom items are cost items that you create that will stay in the database, but they will not be updated when the quarterly pricing changes. These are items that you create and that you will maintain yourself. To create one, open up one of the cost books. In this case, we'll do the remodeler. Now there are two ways to do this. We can either create a duplicate of an existing item, something similar to what you're trying to create, or you can create a new item out of one of the user divisions. Let's start with the duplicate method. So let's say that I want a gold toilet, and I look in the cost book. I go to Division 14, Plumbing, click Expand so I can see all the cost items. Okay, here's the toilet section. Here's the bathtub. I did say gold bathtub, right? Not gold toilet. Well, I wanted a gold bathtub, so here's the bathtub section. The most expensive one I see is cast iron with whirlpool. So I'm going to create a duplicate of that one. So you want to select it first by just clicking on the cost item you want to create a duplicate of. It will highlight it in blue. Click Add Cost Item. This brings up the cost item maintenance menu. You have two duplicate cost items. You'll notice that item code for the first one is 14.110. The duplicate, or the one in white, is 14.110.01. So the 01 is just a place marker to put it in that same section of the database after the fact. Now, to make this a gold bathtub, we can click in any section of white and edit it. So we start with the description. Instead of cast iron, I will just type the word gold. Oops. And there should be a D in there. Bathtub new, gold with whirlpool. And let's add 10 grand to it. Now my material is $12,758.92. Alright, down in the description field, I will have to remove the cast iron description. And let's call it gold. We'll call it gold plated. And we'll make it a 6 foot. We'll add an extra foot. Okay. So now I've edited the duplicate, the one in white, and I can do any of these fields. I'll leave the same because it's still in the bathtub category. And now I will choose Update and Exit. Okay. Now I have a custom item, 14.110.01, one that I created. And if I click on one of the other ones, you'll notice that the background for the items in the database are yellow on my screen, and the one I created is gray. All custom items will be a different color than the color for the cost items that come with the database. Also, you can edit custom items while on this screen, whereas you cannot edit one of the cost items from the book. you can edit the user items at any time. So you can either do it in that edit screen, or let's say I wanted to edit it here and I want to add 1,000 to this figure. And once I hit enter, it's there. And like any other cost item, I could transfer it to the estimate if I had one open. So let's go to the estimate window. Let's open our practice estimate. And we will put a bathtub in the basement for some reason. Expand the grid. Let's go back to the remodeler cost book. My gold bathtub is still highlighted. I will tag it or check it. And I will transfer the tagged item to phase 1. And I have it in there twice for some reason. So let's get rid of one. I'll right click and choose delete. Do I want to delete it? Yes, I do. Okay. So if I close this estimate, I even close out of the program, be looking at my email. I will reopen the program. I'll go back to the cost book, back to plumbing, and my bathtub is still there. So that's one way to do it. And you can do that with any item. My advice to you would be to find whatever item that's similar to the one that you want to create a duplicate, and then edit it so that it stays in the same section as the other items in its grouping. Now if you have specialty items, that's what I would use the user divisions for. User divisions are in the remodeler book are 26 through 30, and each book has its custom user divisions. So here's division 26. Notice that each user division has a blank item. There and there. These are here for you to duplicate. So it's very similar to the method of choosing a cost item that's already in there and duplicating. You're just selecting a blank one, choosing add cost item, and then you type in your own description and costs in white. So I will just type something in for this one. Let's call it, I'm just going to call this one custom item not found in the books. I will add my own unit of measure. I will add my own material cost here, and it's just a cost item, so there's no labor in this. And I will highlight, and I will copy and paste the description in the description box. Click update and exit just like you did on the other one, and now I have my specialty item in here. Now I'm going to create another one in user division 27. So I select the blank cost item 27.000, click add cost item. I'm going to edit what's in white. It's got the 27.000.01. I'll call this one custom service not found in cost book. And since it's a service, I will do it by square footage. And we'll say 15 for the labor rate. And I'm going to leave everything else blank. Copy and paste the description. Update and exit. So now I have a custom service item and a custom service and a custom item. So user division 26, I'm going to actually rename. And I'm going to call it specialty items. So if I go over here on the vertical menu and I choose rename user division, it'll bring me up division maintenance. I scroll down to where 26 is, double click it to get into the field. I'll backspace over what's in here and type in the name I want, and I will call this one specialty items. Hit enter, and then I hit exit, and 26 is now specialty items. User division 27, and I could have done this while I was doing 26, but we'll do it separately. Double click to get into the field. I will backspace to get rid of it, and I will give it a new name. Specialty services. Hit exit to go back to the cost book, and now instead of user division 27 I have specialty services. So if I wanted to add another service in here, I could either select the blank one, hit add cost item, gives me a 2700.02, or I can select the one I created already, click add cost item. It still gives me a 27.000.02, and I can edit this one, which might be easier if they are similar. Call this one service 2. Update and exit. So these are where you can put items not found in the database that aren't similar to anything else in there. And you can call these user divisions whatever you want. And they will each stay in there once they are created. And like any other cost item, when you're ready to use them, select them. And I gotta have an estimate open to do that. Go back to the cost book. My two items are still selected. Transfer them both to phase 1, and there they are. And the division name is still in there, specialty services. Thank you for watching the tutorial video how to create a custom cost item in Hometech Advantage 5.0.